Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of our channel. In the previous video, I have discussed about various topic about Java, like what is data type and what type of data we can store in a variable, okay, and operator. I hope you are learning something. In the previous video, I have forgot one thing. You need to know that what is typecasting, okay. So let's see here. If there is a integer variable 113 and another integer variable is 56, if we divide this value, then see what is the output came. Okay, so let's see that. So 2 here is the value, so 2 is the result. Okay, so if we divide 113 by 56, then we need the decimal value. Okay, so how can we get that decimal value in the same function, okay, in this code? Okay, so how to do that? So let's see here, just right. And if we divided 113 by 56, then the value or result will be a decimal number. Okay, and decimal we know store in double variable. Okay, so let us start let store it in double. Here give double, and in the before the name of the variable give a double in the single bracket. Okay, double here and another double here. Okay, sorry, this. Okay, so let's run this code. So 2.017857. So this is called typecasting program. We are dividing two integer value and want to store this value in the another type of variable, that is double. Okay, so this kind of thing is called typecasting. Okay, so typecasting is very important whenever you are doing advanced level programming. Then typecast is very much needed thing. Okay, so learn this thing. So our next topic is conditional statement. Conditional statement is very important in Java programming. When we doing advanced coding, then conditional statement is very important. So if we aware about Java programming, then we any kind of programming, then we know what is conditional statement. Conditional statement is is implement if condition, else condition, else if condition, this kind of things. So let's see what is how to implement if else condition in programming, and what is the correct syntax to write if else condition in programming. So let's see here, a equal to b and a equal to 113 and b equal to 56. So we want to know which variable is greater. Okay, which variable is greater than which variable, and if they are equal to, then print equal to, then the variable is same. So let's print this thing and learn how to use if else condition. It is very important. So let's run this. At first you have to write here one if. Okay, so sorry, write here if, then give a single bracket. Okay, so at first you have to write if, then in single bracket you have to write the condition. Okay, in single bracket you cannot write anything about the condition, so it is conditional statement. You have to write condition. I am suppose writing here if a greater than b, sorry, then you have to print something. Okay, one if condition, then in single bracket, then one curly braces. Okay, so this is the actual syntax to write in the if else condition. Okay, so let's write these things. Okay, so now enter this thing. I am here giving one if condition, then in single bracket I am writing the condition. If a is greater than b, then print something. Okay, so I am printing system order print ln, and writing something a is greater than b, because this kind of thing I have need. Okay, so here write a is greater than b. Okay, so this is a condition, and another condition maybe happen here, like if b is greater than a, then what will be the situation? We need to write this we need to print the same condition in the same code. Okay, so there may be value int a equal to 2 or int b equal to 45. Then if we only write there if a greater than b and system.out.println a is greater than b, then nothing is going to be happen. Okay, so program will be wrong. So what will be the condition for one variable is less than to another variable? So let's see this. So one condition you have written here, if a greater than b, then print system.out.println a is greater than b. If b greater than n, then a, then you have to write here else if. Okay, else or else if. Okay, so I am writing here else if, because why I am writing here else if, let's see. Else if, sorry, else if, and writing the condition b greater than a, and in single bracket I am writing I am writing the statement what I need to print here. Okay, so let's print system router print array, and here b is greater than a, b is theory greater than a. Okay, so this is the statement here. Okay, and another condition may happen if the two variables are same, then what will be the condition. Okay, so let's write that condition. Here I am writing else. And I want to print something here. Else condition is if one variable is greater than another and another variable is greater than the first variable. Okay, so there will be only one condition left, that is two variable may be same. So the condition should be system out dot println and print both are same. Okay, both are equal. Okay, both are not same, both are equal. Both are okay, so let's run this code. What is happening, let's see. So here a is greater than b, so here you can see the output a is greater than b. If I change the value of a, then see what is the output. Okay, so give her 19 and see what is coming. So b is greater than a is printed because the value of b is greater than a. Okay, and if we want to assign same value, then see what is happening. Let's see. You can here you can see the output both are equal. Okay, so in order to write if else condition, at first you have to give one if. Okay, and in the single bracket you have to write the condition, what the condition you are going to print. Okay, so here a is greater than b, and and the next line you have to print system the outer print a is greater than b, then else if, then else. Okay, in if else ladder you can use only single time if and only single time else, and you can use multiple type of else if. Okay, so this is the thing you need to remember the what is if ladder. If else ladder is you can use one time if and one time else and multiple type of else if. Okay, so this is very important topic, try to remember this thing. Okay, so our next topic is switch case. Okay, so switch case is going to make your work very easy. Okay, so let's see what is switch case. Okay, suppose our variable is like character, and taking a variable like grade, grade equal to, in a single bracket you have to assigning the value. Okay, so write here a. Okay, then use the condition switch. Okay, so let's use switch is wi t c h switch. Okay, then you have to write here from where you are using the switch case. Okay, I am using the switch case under grade variable. Okay, so let write here grade. Okay, then you have to write the condition, what the thing you are going to print here. Okay, so let's run this thing. Enter. Okay, so case 1, if your grade is a, then what will be the condition. Okay, so write here. Okay, case 1. So case a, case a, then dot, and write something here. If you are getting grade A, then your result is very good. Okay, so print here system.out.println, your result is very good. Okay, so yes, system.out.println, I am printing you are doing good, you are doing very good. Okay, and then use a break. Enter BRE, then use break. So this is the correct syntax to write something in switch case. Okay, so our case is gonna be different in the next step. Okay, so case B will become there, because some student maybe get the grade B, C, D. So what will be the condition for them? Okay, so let's see here. Let's copy this thing. Okay, let's copy this thing and print in the next line. Control V, and my condition is here. My grade is suppose B. So if my grade is B, then result is not enough good. Okay, so I am doing here, you need to improve. Okay, I am printing here, you need to improve. Here you need to improve. Okay, so if some student gets C, then what will be condition? Let's print this thing. My grade is C, and print here very bad, and next break, and here write the default condition. Okay, DE default, default condition you are going to print here, system.out.println, you are fail. Okay, so if some student get D, E, F, this kind of grade, so he is fail. So let's print this thing, you are fail. Okay, so this is the syntax to write how to write switch cases. Okay, so at first you have to declare a variable. Okay, so my variable is grade, then you have to write in the keyword. Switch is a keyword, use switch, then what type of in which variable you are doing the switch operation, you need to this thing in the bracket. Okay, so here my variable is grade, and I am doing the operation in the grade variable. Okay, so I am writing here grade, and then our first case is A, our second case is B, because first student is getting the grade A, so system will print you are doing very good. If you are getting grade B, then system will print you need to improve. If you are getting C grade, then system will print very bad. Okay, so let's run this thing and see what is happening. Oh, error will come because what is C grade. So let's run this thing. So here is my grade is A, and system is printing here. You can see you are doing good, you are doing very good. So let's change the grade and see what is happened. You need to improve. Okay, and if we give grade which is not in the case, let's see what is happening. Okay, so your fail is coming because for case A, B, C, condition is declared, and default condition is here. What is the any other grade you are getting, the system will print you are fail. Okay, so if we give here E, so system will print you are fail. So this is the use of switch case. Okay, so if we comment the thing break, then see what is happening here. Okay, so let's comment this thing break and break. So if we not give break statement in after every condition, then system will print all the things. Okay, so break is important, don't forget to give the condition. Okay, so break is very important. So if we give here condition A, suppose give here A and print the thing. So you can see here, if we don't use break, then the system will print you are doing very good, very bad, you need to improve this kind of thing, okay, and you are fail. All the statement we have written here, the system will print this kind of thing. You can see the result, okay. So very bad, you are fail, this kind of thing will be print. So so here remember one thing, after writing cases you need to write the break statement, okay. So break is very important. So this is all about the switch cases, okay. So let's see how to take user input. In order to take user input, at first you have to write uh, caps lock SCA scanner, then a variable SC equal to new SCA new scanner, then you have to write system.in. So this is the correct syntax to write the and to write how to take the input from user, okay. Then you can print here system.out.println, and you are gonna print enter a number, okay. Enter enter a number. Then you have to write the number is integer, so the number is gonna store in integer variable. So write here int a equal to sc dot next int, okay. So this is the syntax. Write the please see the syntax where what thing I am going to print here, okay. So next I am doing to addition in integer value what is the user is giving, okay. So let's print here system.out.println. Then the input variable is input, what is the input user is giving, that is stored in a, okay. So I am giving here a plus 2, okay, a plus 2. So let's run this code, okay. Let's see. So here you can see the thing, and the program is asking you to give some input, okay. So I am giving here 6 as my input and enter this thing, and you can see here 8, because 8 is coming for a plus 2, okay, and my input is added with 2, so the here you can see output is coming 8, okay. So if run another time, okay, and change the function, okay. So if we give a multiplication with 2 and run this code, so here enter a number is coming for this line system.out.println, enter a number, and then if we give any number, then the multiplication value is coming, okay. So let's enter this thing and see 18 is the result. So this is the correct syntax to write how to take user input from in Java, okay. So at first you have to import the package scanner class, then you have to write scanner sc. So here scanner sc is object. So okay, what is object, I will discuss this thing in oops class, okay. So till then learn what I am trying to teach you, okay. So if my video is helping you, then that is enough for me. So let's see on next video.